Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the European Masters. We've done a bit of a switcheroo here on the desks. My name is Hitbrain and I am joined by Gulborg as we're getting ready to go into our fourth game of the day. It's going to be GamerLegion taking on Suppup. Now, Suppup, they've had a bit of a rough one so far. There was a bit of a challenge in their game, but they did get outclassed there. In GamerLegion, bit of an upset of a win over Movistar Riders earlier on today.
And I think it just showed with GamerLegion what they do so exceptionally well. The surprise factor in this team is absolutely incredible. The way that flex around with their picks. We've seen sometimes things like this can backfire when teams get too experimental. But in this environment, that's where GamerLegion thrives.
Yeah, and in this game, you're looking at Rabble actually on your screen right now on the Hecarim. He was everywhere. He was always there for these fights, and it was a really, really solid game. This is obviously, we're looking at Woolite kind of getting his style on a little bit here. Suppup obviously do chase him down.
I mean, this was such an amazing replay as well. Like, it just looks awesome. Come on.
It's just actually a little caught off guard by how the ultimate is kind of a little bit older, let's say. You can see here, though, the standings for Group B. A Go Rogue 4-1, Movistar Riders 3-2, GamerLegion 2-2, and then Suppup 0-4. This is the Group B day. Group B is decided here. We find out who are two teams who will be going through to their section of the quarterfinals today. So it's really all to play for the Group B teams. After this, they don't have any other chances. This is last chance saloon for them. Suppup, I don't think they can do too much more from this point, but they can look to play in like upset. And with GamerLegion getting a win over Movistar earlier on today, what that means is they've kind of thrown a bit of a hand grenade into the standings, because the standings were, when we came in today, we were like, right, this is going to be a 6-0 group for Movistar. They're going to be the best team here. And GamerLegion went, no. There's going to be some contest, and now we've got three teams all looking to escape out. And GamerLegion, a win here versus Suppup is another step towards that. But we're into Champ Select now. The Hook champions have been taken away. They're taking away the Nautilus and the Fresh. And Hjarnan, he's going to have his Heimerdinger bound away from him.
And here's the thing with it, right? Because GamerLegion obviously notorious for being hard to prep against. And maybe that could benefit Suppup in the sense that you got nothing to lose. Or you can barely prep against this team.
Yeah.
So now what you need to now secure is just your own key strengths. Just get whatever that has success for you in the past and bring your A game with that. Because as Trouble mentioned earlier when we were watching these two teams play, not these two teams, but just Suppup, she was saying that it's not because they're just getting outclassed generally. They are trying things all the time, but it's just that Suppup Esports has never been used to this kind of pressure before, and it's been punished sometimes.
And we're seeing Rabble get his hands onto the Hecarim. He had such a good game. I highlighted that a minute ago, how he was all over the map. Going to get his hands onto that for himself. And now over to Suppup. They're looking to see what they can take away. I feel the Shen's a good lock in here. Denies you from that kind of the pony Shen into the backline to deal with. And now looking towards the jungle, they lock in the Evelynn. So a bit spicy there getting that thrown down. And now GamerLegion over to them. A lot of AD carries are left open. Only the Caitlyn denied. Got the likes of the Ashe. But, you know, Hjarnan, he is flexible. We saw him play Swain earlier today. So there are, you know, a lot of open options here for GamerLegion. And Suppup, I feel like they're a little bit more limited.
But I really like the curveball they just throw in here. We were talking about how do we get these guys ahead. Well, we know klowny is notorious for having great KDAs. He's one of the people just statistically that has been doing very well for the Suppup roster. Spooky as well has been the driving force. We saw him on the Graves earlier today trying to make his moves, not succeeding. But this is something as I just explained. If you want to bring your A game, if you want to bring your style of play, just do it. Get it out there, and they've done it.
Alrighty, well, we'll see what the final pick here is for the side of GamerLegion. It is going to be the Irelia. Obviously, they got the Neeko locked in, so that could go bot lane, that could go top lane, that could go mid lane. The Irelia also flexible between mid and top. We did see Nite play the Irelia earlier today, so I somewhat expect that to be the pickup for them. The VZZ going to get his hands onto the Ezreal to move into the second stage here of this ban phase.
Well, I already like that we get some different damage profiles coming out from GamerLegion. When you lock in the likes of Hecarim and Irelia, you are being very reliant towards the AD tree. Now, when you have this Neeko instead, you don't have to worry too much about the enemy building armor. Neeko obviously been seeing a lot of play lately as well in the top side from Wonder and G2. Yeah. And he's been doing phenomenal with it. So I can't wait to see what phones can pull off.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is going to go top lane, and they can also mix that damage profile up a little bit more by potentially locking something like that Swain in if they want to go bot lane. They combine tried it with the Maokai, and I actually really like Maokai into Ezreal because he shifts away, but if you've already got in range to Twisted Advance, you're just going to follow him down. You're going to keep him in place, and Swain will be able to get on him with the drag from the passive, but Swain's going to get taken away. Suppup recognize that. They don't want to deal with it. They don't want any of Hjarnan's nonsense, and now it's over to GamerLegion. What are they going to ban away? It's going to be that Renekton as the final ban here.
Yeah, and that just makes you believe that this Shen can still be flexed around. You know that support is still an option for it to go to, so they are realizing this on the side of GamerLegion, obviously getting rid of this Renekton. That is one of klowny's favorite champions as well. Now coming up to this, you can pick a support for yourself or blinded, or you can just blind a control mage. We also know that Lukezy has been very happy for that Galio, if that is something they want to pull off again. But let's see if they keep holding on to the flex, or they're just going to lock it in, and it is going to be a Lucien, also flexible.
Technically, there's a lot of flexibility here on Suppup, and you know, you can kind of make your assumptions on where things are going, but never assume. You know what they say about that? Not gonna say that on there. GamerLegion now looking, GamerLegion now looking to lock in the Ornn and the Gragas for themselves. So, okay, where's that going?
I mean, Gragas can obviously be a support here as well. With the ranged, you could see a Gragas Irelia in the bot lane. You could see Neeko mid lane, and you can see the Ornn in the top side. Yeah, it's like playing the lottery, trying to figure out where GamerLegion champions are going, right?
I'm a little lost actually right now. I'm gonna have to admit it.
Even so, on hit Neeko was a thing too, so that could be bot lane as well. Like, you don't know for sure. And they go with a safer last pick for the support here, and that's a Braum. I like Braum when you go into Gragas, the thing in with the cask. As soon as you get that shield up, it's just instantly going to pop and push you backwards. So it's a really nice neutralizing pick against Gragas.
Okay, just looking down, the time is running down a little bit. It looks like these the team's starting to settle on where everything's going. So it's going to be the Neeko Gragas bot lane, sending the Ornn up to the top side, giving Nite the Irelia. It makes sense. Nite had a really good game on there. Again, just good damage profile here from GamerLegion. What are we thinking of Suppup, though? What do we like about their comp? Well, put you on the spot there a little bit, Chief.
I really did. I actually genuinely like Lucien. There's a lot of pressure you can get into. Problem is, you really need to be ready for Irelia every time. She's going to have a hard time the first level. As soon as you get level 2 in that mid lane, you need to be ready with that relentless pursuit every time you see that out. Because one small step, you're just dead. Shen obviously offers great support, even into the Ornn. You scale with your auto attack scale with HP when you proc that Q. Just makes it so much easier dealing with tanks and pressure on the side lanes. But what you do lack can be some, team fight control, because when you're looking at GamerLegion's comp, they're just everything about team fight.
Alrighty, well, we are on to the Rift for our 4th game of the day. Group B is decided here. And with GamerLegion getting that win earlier, they have really thrown things up. They've really shaken things up and given themselves a good chance to make it to quarterfinals. Suppup looking to play on their own terms, looking to play upset here.
Yeah, and here's the thing, specifically with the Evelynn and Shen, you got great skirmish potential when you hit level 6 on Evelynn, so you become invisible. Creates a really easy flank potential for the Shen, and a play you can create out of nowhere, really.
Alrighty, well, for the moment, looks like going to be a bottom side start for both of our junglers. Not really going to be anything too exciting. Kind of what we expect, really, with both of these comps. It is that level 2 I'm looking for here in the mid lane. I'm pretty excited to see how Nite's going to handle himself versus the Lucien. Lucien notoriously a lane bully in the mid lane, but similar things can be said about the Irelia. So it's going to be really a bit of a skill check lane here, I think.
Yeah, and so it is. I just feel like that as soon as we get to when your neutral objectives is going to be on the board, it's going to be so hard for Suppup to contest if it's an even setting where the team fight is just ready to take it. Really good dodge from Nite, really, on that Q as well. But the thing is, the way GamerLegion are playing is that they like chaos. But it's not where they're just creating plays. It's controlled chaos that GamerLegion is bringing to the table. And that's what makes them so interesting as a team. And sometimes it will backfire. And sometimes it will create what we saw earlier today, a great upset.
I think actually this is one of the things I love about the DOC region in general, is the flexibility in their teams. All 3 teams they got representing them have very different play styles. You look at Mouse, who we kind of almost put down as like a skill check team. You're going into leader, he's going to really look to punish you if you're not up to standards in the mid. And then you've got GamerLegion, who play more around this controlled chaos style. They play for the team fights. And we always get very different things from all of these DOC region teams. And it makes them a really, really unpredictable region to go up against. It's not like, you know, the French, the LFL, we know they play, you know, typically a more slower paced style game. Lukezy, he's going for a bit of a fight here versus Nite.
Yeah, really much about it. He's trying to push it in to get that early recall, but as you can see, Lukezy trying to break a freeze in here, and that tempts Nite to not recall. Smart decision.
Yeah, I really like that, actually. Does still have that corrupting potion, though, for Nite. He dodges out on yet another Q. Takes a little bit of damage from Lukezy, but now the wave is going to crash into that tower. So for Nite, all in all, worth. But Spooky's making his way over. Level 4 does get hit, but for Nite, Lukezy's looking to chase onto him. Spooky's making his way there. Nite goes for the flash. That's going to be first blood. Picked up for Suppup.
And honestly, a bit disrespectful from Nite here. He's going for the freeze. As soon as it got frozen, he just got completely punished. But Spooky's still in the jungle.
Yeah, he gets himself the smite off, but Rabble's able to pick that up. Got the heal on, got the ghost on. Gonna get that taunt out from klowny. Rabble looking to run Spooky down as he picks him up. klowny gets the next one. Here comes Nite, though, and klowny's got double bust. They're gonna gift that over to the Irelia. Nite just cutting through and waiting out the shroud. The knock-up is there, and Nite finds double buffs.
I initially like the play coming in from Suppup up here. You relieve pressure, you get the TP out of the Irelia, and then you can actually play towards your own pressure here. But then they get a bit too happy about what they're doing, and they greed a bit. Fork Rabble into jungle. He quickly smites to Scuttle, and he's ready to fight again. And then with the TP coming in, with the home guards after dying, it's just really easy for Nite to pick up the double buffs.
Yeah, Nite's just going to pick up this wave, go for a trade onto Lukezy, and he can recall if he wants. This wave, Lukezy's not going to be able to freeze it this time. You do have a little look at the play in the mid lane once again.
Yeah, take a look at in the jungle, really, because you can already see this is going down. And while this is going down, it's a bit greedy with the amount of HP that Rabble has got. There is a pressure on the Shen, so he will have the first move. But the Great Smite coming in here to get him the HP, and the extra damage on Hecarim when you get movement speed is just where he will strive as well.
I love, actually, that you actually really nailed it earlier when you said at the beginning of this game, once these neutral objectives come up, we'll start to see some action. Now, crabs aren't the biggest neutral objective. I call them like a mini neutral objective, but already we're seeing mini skirmishes over these little things.
I'll be honest, I did not mean the Scuttle Crab. Like, I for sure meant when the Drakes got on the table, when we had hit that level 6 power spike from many of these champions. But yeah, give it in the early game. I like what we're seeing here. Spooky not afraid to make his impact known in the early game on a champion like Evelynn, who's mostly known for being a champion that would have impact at level 6 as well. But going into this, you can see how confident Rabble is. He's trying to continuously contest everywhere where he can. As soon as the Scuttle was won over him on the top side, he immediately tried to get the one in the bot side. And he's just trying to get so much pressure and knowledge about the whereabouts about Spooky.
Yeah, just trying to catch him out. Places that pink ward down. Spooky will get spotted out once he's finished up with his camp, providing he wants to head bottom side. But it looks like he's just going to go for a recall. So information a little bit lost, but klowny, he's going to do the return. Place a ward inside Rabble's jungle, so they in turn can track where GamerLegion's jungler is.
And now we are hitting level 6 on the mid laners now here, but I want to pay attention till we get level 6 on the Shen and the Evelynn. I want to see how they're working around with the pressure you can create with these two champions here. But at the same time, just taking a look at the board here, take a look at VZZ's CS numbers against Hjarnan. He is feeling the pressure of this Neeko down in the bot side. He's feeling the pressure of the poke coming through it. Already forced to TP, so TP advantage to the bot lane, which can be really beneficial as soon as these neutral objectives like the Drake is going to be the win condition you're going for now.
Suppup actually looking for Visdom. Visdom will have that belly bop to be able to put some distance out. And you're right, we haven't really talked too much about this bot lane. So what is it that GamerLegion offer with this bot lane versus what Suppup offer to their teams? And what are they looking to do and achieve with these pickups?
With Ezreal, mostly, you're looking to save farm. It's clear that when they got the Braum here, it was a counter directly to the Gragas. Now, that is something that's known when you hit level 6, but the problem with this right now is it's not offering you any free... I don't know the word for it. They're not being freed off by the pick in general. They're still feeling the pressure of constantly being pushed in. And the thing is with Neeko, she's got very good AP scalings on the Q, which will pop in extra time when you kill a minion. And that means you can just, from this point in time, always kill the backline minions. Yeah. If you combine it with Yuri and the Gragas Q, you can kill the frontline minions. And that means that you're always going to be able to push out this Ezreal. And that's what makes it hard for VCC. It's the fact that he's constantly being pushed in, and it's the fact that he's been able to be poked down by Hjarnan.
Not being afforded any freedom here. Spooky looking to see if he can make something happen onto Nite in the mid lane. Nite is playing a little bit back. He recognizes there are members about, and TasteLess also waiting in the wings. Visdom's now here to give some pressure, and Rabble is on that bot side with Ghost available, but they're going to step up here instantly, looking for the stun. They're going to throw the cast, the belly bot's there, and Nite is still alive as he's going to get run down Lucezi, but they're not going to be able to find the kill. The charge comes down as Visdom gets himself the kill onto Lucezi. Visdom is out of there as the true shot barrage goes a little bit wide, and Nite survives.
And what was crucial in this fight actually happened on the top side of the map. Klowny's ultimate on the Shen got cancelled by Thrones, which means that Nite is able to get away and they're not trading 1-for-1. Really nice pickup by Rabble, who's just storming in there as soon as he sees the kills opportunity.
Really, really smart play there. It's what we saw from Rabble, though. This is what we expect from him on this pick. Kind of surprised it got through, but SUPP in the ban phase were a lot more focused on the flexibility of Hjarnan's champ pool. I looked to ban away a lot of these mages and strong bot laner picks. Also banning away the Vel'Koz. I believe that's from Nite. As VZZ just stuck underneath his tower. It's kind of what we expected, really, from him.
And here it's really easy for Hjarnan, as we talked about, always getting this bot pressure. With this bot pressure, you're able to easily set up this Drake. You know that the stand United is going to be down from the Shen, and this should, in hindsight, be a really easy pickup on the Cloud Drake for GamerLegion. Yeah,
those neutral objectives are up. The level 6s have been hit. Obviously, the ultimate by Nite has been thrown down, and same for Rabble with the charge. So may want to wait a little bit, but level 6 has been hit for these bot laners, so they do have a lot of zone control available to them, even without their mid and jungle's ultimates. But for now, Rabble looks to try and see him play, looks to try and play around his mid lane. He's got the pressure, got the shoves, and Nite will be able to help him pick up this early Rift Herald.
And here's the thing, it's really easy to do when you get the mid lane pressure. My only worry is that, as you can see right now, klowny has the pressure off the top side, and the Evelynn is coming in.
Yeah, they are closing in on multiple fronts. Phones has not got that ultimate available. Remember, Nite doesn't either. They're going to get away. He's waiting for that Vanguard's Edge to come up, but Rabble jumps in onto Spooky. Spooky just finds himself chunks and has to clear the wall with the last caress. It's GamerLegion. They're just going to be able to pick up this Rift Herald.
And honestly, Rabble is just feeling himself. You can see the pressure that's coming out. TasteLess, though.
Yep, looking for the snare. Able to find it as they slow him down with a cask, but don't really have the damage to stick as Spooky is waiting in the wings. GamerLegion now just going to have to give up this Cloud Drake. That'll be Suppup's reward for all of the members being pulled up topside.
And honestly, I would have loved there to be more pressure in the bot side here instead, so you could actually be able to contest this. But Suppup realizing there's small window when to go in here, and just Wisdom helping them get away here, really.
Look at the fight. The flash comes in for the Pop Blossom. 3 members caught as the Vanguard's Edge is thrown down. That's 2 already for GamerLegion as they charge over the wall with the Hecarim, and Rabble is going to get sent packing. TasteLess survives.
That is just insane one-ball combo. That's just one of the few you can be doing with this GamerLegion team. And that's just a small taste of what we're going to be getting in the late game here.
Klowny's in a little bit of trouble. Knocked up by the call of the Forge God. The Bellows Breath is on. And with those brittle stacks, Phones finds the kill as klowny style flashes to the grey screen.
And that is so smart of Phones. He's waiting with the W before he comes in. But let's take a look at this replay first. You can already see on your bottom map here, Rabble is just running towards this. He really wants getting into this. The Cask initially is helping them, but what a great E coming out from Hjarnan. Now you can already take a look at Rapple's ghosted. He's ready to get in there and just get the kill, but he won't initially. Actually, before he got that kill, my brain is just really slow.
It's fine. To be honest, it looked with the setup like he was going to be able to find that. Wasn't able to get it. Now, all of the plates, or 3 of the plates, sorry, down in the bot side, and they have that Rift Herald available to them. Rabble's at the base at the moment, so they could look for first turret blood there if they want. As Hjarnan's going to get interrupted on the base as he's standing on a ward. Question for me is, where do they want to use this Rift Herald? Do they want to look to pick up the first turret blood in the mid, or do they want to get some more gold injected into Nite? He's 2-1 on the Irelia, got that Blade of the Ruined King finished up. He's pretty strong right now. Actually, he's the one rotating bot side.
And here's the thing, bot side is already at 2 plays. If you deploy the Rift Herald down in the bot side, it's just immediately dead. But you could also be looking to get more pressure in the mid lane now that you see Hjarnan is being moved in there. With the push priority we know he's going to have on this Neeko, you could try to force down things here as well, with the pressure you can get from outside of the map, specifically Rabble.
I can tell you one thing, Gulborg. He's not going to be using it top lane. Rabble's done a clear of his topside jungle. He's making his way down bot. And Nite, playing with respect, clears the wave out, steps away. Doesn't want to greed for any plates. Doesn't want to greed for any additional gold that way. 3 members of SUPP up about. He didn't know where they were. Just playing it smart for the moment.
And here's the thing, Stand United is up again. The last caress, the same Evelynn's ultimate is up here. But now you can see it. It's just Neeko Gragas. There's just so much push priority in it. And when you can get this push priority in the mid lane every time, you get to go out and dictate where the vision is going to be. You get to be the one clearing it out. You can just see, they got Rabble just behind them, shadowing them, ready if they're going to make a play like Spooky might be looking to here.
Yeah, Spooky not been spotted out for the moment as Visdom will be spotted out by the Scries. Has to blast cone to get over the wall. And what I really like about this bot lane combo is, first of all, you got the wave control. Second of all, you have the zone control. The controlled chaos in their team fights is available for them. Spooky's looking for an old flank arena onto Nite, but Rabble is about, and they're going to summon up the Rift Herald, so they're looking for this. This is 3 versus 2 at the moment. Jumping in onto the backline, but klowny actually gets delivered in, and Nite's just looking for VZZ. Throws out the Vanguard's edge, but he's knocked up, he's locked down, and Hjarnan is going to try and get a little bit more. Caught out as he throws out the Pop Blossom. That's 2 picked up for Suppup, and now Phone's the only one left as he gets himself a knock-up. The rest of GamerLegion are going to step forward as TasteLess gets taken out by Visdom. They've still got a pretty tanky front line here in Phones, but his health bar being cut down as Rabble pops the Ghost, looking to jump in onto the back line. They've got the tower down and VZZ's going to die. Rabble able to find it, and klowny now, he's the only one left here in the bot side. Suppup, they thought they found the play, but GamerLegion, they fought back.
But initially they did. They finally pulled off that Shen composition, and Lukezy got to farm in the mid lane, but now Nite is trying to stop him. Yeah,
he's got the home guards as well. Lukezy trying to see if he can dodge away to the stun, and able to do so, and just has to flash the wall. That is Lukezy's flash down.
And so it is. I really want to take a look at that play down in the bot side, because initially the idea is really good from Suppup. The problem is they don't know where to stop, because then the rest of the GamerLegion just comes storming in there. I'm so sorry.
You all right?
Yeah, he started yawning. It was quite fun from my perspective. But going into it, they didn't know when to stop. And it would have been really free for them is Lukezy, which is able to chill in the mid lane. And we can see it here. Really good flank initially from Spooky that you pointed out. You can see the Stand United is going to be deployed onto him here. And they're going to have the numbers advantage going into this fight. Almost instantly blowing up Rabble. And then Nite is just being taken care of by VCC on the other side. Hjarnan is joining the fight too late. And when you get Hjarnan now, this is where you get out. Take a look at the mid lane, because your Lucien is just chilling. He's getting all the way for mid lane priority that he couldn't get beforehand. If you get out now, you get plates, you get to reset, and you get to dictate the next back.
Look at Rabble as well. Plays that so calm and collectedly, waits for the Ghost, waits for the E, just runs the VZZ down. Easy pickings and stuff up. They pay the ultimate price. It was a good turnaround for them, and I have to actually give props to TasteLess with his exhaust. Instantly throws onto Nite before Nite uses a single ability onto VZZ, and it literally just chokes him out of the fight. He's unable to do anything about it, and with that, they get first turret blood, they get a bunch of kills, and off the back of this as well, as we come out of the replay, GamerLegion pick up their first dragon of the game. We are looking at an Ocean Soul, and this team, they use Ocean Soul pretty well.
They do, and they're tanky, they're team fighting all the time. Like most team composition at this point just loves the Ocean Soul. But bringing it back to just Suppup in general before they might look for a pick here.
I'm loving Spooky on these flanks. Looking for the opportunity, not really going to find it, but has got that flank off, and now Visdom could be for a little bit of hurt, but actually it looks like GamerLegion, they're the ones on the flank. Spooky playing this calm and collectively. Lukezy is there, flashless, remember, but does have that Ignite coming up, and these are these neutral objectives. They want to fight for more neutral objectives, and it's the Rift Herald that's up.
Here's the thing, though. At this point, it's going to be really hard unless you get your team composition to work here. Stand United, once again, is up, so you can pull off this Evelynn Shen composition. But it's finding the right window to do it. It's not just doing it for the sake of doing it.
Oh, Hjarnan actually dodges away. They do get the snare off on to Visdom momentarily. Spooky takes a little bit of damage in response. GamerLegion throwing out the cast. TasteLess for a really, really clutch Unbreakable there to make sure he doesn't get bopped into Hjarnan.
But that right there was to do it just for the sake of it. You're in the mid lane. There's not really a huge team fight that's going to break out that you can benefit from. You need to get a flank. You need to get a pick in the jungle from the vision control that you just developed as well. And the Evelynn who's scouting for you.
And look what this actually gets for GamerLegion. They've got all of the control in mid lane. They've got the control in top lane. That means they can rotate into this Rift Herald and pick the second one up for themselves. It is just good control here from GamerLegion. And Hjarnan and Visdom, they are playing this very smart. They've been under multiple threats, outnumbered fights quite a lot, and they just handle that situation really, really well.
And here the issues with Suppup is just showing They're not used to this high pressure or even macro level thing. But one thing that the EPL can be proud of after this year's Masters is that you're not just seeing people being solo killed. You can see that Suppup and the EPL region are actually answering back. They are making good calls in terms of team fighting and how to play them out. But it comes down to the decision making. When to stop, when to not do it, when to just look for the mid lane plates. Yeah, and that's what they just haven't gotten from the region yet. But just the individual skill alone, I'm so happy that I can see in laning phase that they're actually trying to be aggressive.
Yeah, it's not just been them getting outclassed by everyone they play into. Obviously, there's been solo kills. And I think, you know, you don't go 0-4 without maybe getting solo killed in lane. But they are making smart decisions. They are going for these plays. As Nite, he finds klowny, looks to actually get the stun off as he's caught out, throws out the Vanguard's edge, flashes over the wall. The last caress is dodged away. And here comes the onslaught as Rabble will run Spooky down and find himself the kill. Klowny all alone as he is knocked up, locked down, and flashes the wall to safety. GamerLegion turn it back around, finding himself a juicy kill onto Spooky.
And that's such an unfortunate misplay, but, you know, huge punishment coming out from GamerLegion, who realizes how far up they stepped in the bot lane now that the outer turret isn't up anymore. So that's just free play for GamerLegion to get down there and punish. And now with the Rift held up, you might get 2 towers out of this.
Yeah, they really could. They've still actually got the Demolish as well, so they probably should be able to pick up these 2 towers. They've got that wave clear. Nite's just going to jump in forward, land himself the I can't remember the name of it. The stun. Klowny stun.
What champion are you talking about?
Irelia.
Irelia, I don't know. Something...
a Deadly Flourish. No.
Deadly Flourish is Jhin.
Flawless Duet. That's the one.
Is it?
Yes, Flawless Duet.
All right.
I can remember names.
Very good. That's what we hire you for. Well, going back into it, we can take a look at the itemization coming out. You can see the Ezreal opted in for the Iceborne Gauntlet with the Morrow Mana. Can you stop laughing?
I'm not laughing. I'm agreeing. I'm nodding my head at you. Because actually, I think the Iceborne Gauntlet is very good for him in this situation.
Here's the thing. One of the hardest parts here is that usually you're just going to try and shoot it at the Hecarim. You're going to try and slow him down. It's not going to work. Like, it's barely just going to stop him. He's just still coming at you with that Ghost. And the same can be said with Hjarnan, with Visdom here. There's just so much damage coming out. What it will do is that it's a different damage profile coming in if you get the Lucien, if he's going in for this Leandra's Torment build as well, which is really good against tanks. Speaking of it...
Oh, they're looking for the knock-up. Spooky has the last rest of safety, but there's a teleport on him, and the cask delivers him to Phones, and Phones calls in and finds himself the kill.
That was the easiest kills of Phones live. That has never been easier. Now, Lukezy.
Yeah, Lukezy in trouble. Call of the Forward Squad will knock him up as Nite looks to jump him down. Visdom with a flash belly bop will catch him off with the deadly Flawless Duet. Got it. Got themselves the stun. Here comes the ultimate coming in from TasteLess, but the turnaround is there for GamerLegion. Massive pop blossom by Hjarnan as he locks everybody down. Suppup are just losing members left, right, and center as Rabble will just run them under their tower. GamerLegion cash in 13-5.
And that's the thing with GamerLegion's team composition. As soon as they get ahead, as soon as they just want to force something, they're gonna do it here. And you can see it with the likes of Ornn, with the likes of Hecarim, with the likes of Gragas, with the rune that he has been going as well. He's just always so tanky as soon as they get that CC in there.
Looks like Suppup are looking for a little something. Klowny maybe find himself a little bit in trouble here as the Spooky goes to chase him down and Nite comes in looking for the stun. Not gonna find it, but he will just chase Spooky down. VZZ. He can slow all he likes, but Rabble's too quick. That horse is amazing. Klowny caught out, stun will connect, and Hjarnan is going to get taken out. Klowny actually turns that one around a little bit, but GamerLegion still are able to find themselves the kill. And they can look for Dragon at some point, but every time they try to go for it, Suppup do fight them.
Yeah, just quickly showing how much damage that actually can come through with the Shen, with the Spirit Blade, with the Titanic Hydra.
There's no vision. They're not doing that. There's no way. They're doing it. Come on, Suppup. Can they take this away? Culling actually gets thrown out to burst it. That's the Ocean Drake picked up. Everybody's making their way over. No blue trinkets available.
Question mark picks it down.
They know that they're there. They have that instinct in them right now. Dragon Baron half HP. I don't think they're going to be able to do this in time, but we are in for a fight. VZZ is here. Here comes Rabble. Call of the Force God's been thrown down, and Spooky has to last rest away to safely. He's out of the pit. He's unable to get in. Everybody from the side of GamerLegion are here, and Baron is going low. Nite's going to come in and secure it for the rest of the team. Klowny taunts the wall, and GamerLegion get Baron.
You know, it's quite hyped that they started, but in the end, They're not at the point with damage where you can just go for it. You can see they've already been at the point at some time now. They've used the culling. Rabble even misses his E. He goes onto the Baron. And they are just... They've taken too much damage from tanking the Baron. It's just really easy for GamerLegion to clean this up. And in the end, it's a desperation call from Suppup. It's them not realizing how you stop this bleeding anymore with the team composition coming out from GamerLegion, because it's at reset. They're just going to keep forcing you down. But now with the Baron buff on GamerLegion, it's not going to stop.
But this is what we were highlighting as well. You know, this Suppup, it is things like this is what has caused them problems. It's not really been the mechanical plays. It has just been some of these kind of decision makings and some of the more questionable plays. I have to admit, I did severely overestimate how much damage Suppup would do to that Baron in that time, but unfortunately for them, that does cost them that. And Nite looks to jump in, gets himself flawless duet off on to TasteLess.
And here's the thing, you can just do this 3 times as GamerLegion. You walk down the mid lane, you take the inhibitor, you back, you get the new minion wave in, you take the inhibitor, and just vice versa all the time. You just repeat that formula. It's just so easy with your team comp, it's so easy with the Baron buff, and at this point, I don't know what Suppup can do to actually get back here.
I really don't. With 23 minutes into the game, there is a 10,000 gold lead. We look at the items as well. It's that Black Cleaver Blade the Ruin combo for Nite. He's even got the Might of the Ruin King, as this has been upgraded. The Trinity Fusion for Rabble. You've got the Fortify Cape and the Infernal Mask for Phones. Everyone's cashing in on these upgrade items from GamerLegion. And to be honest, Hjarnan's probably not going to get time for a death cap this game. They'll probably just upgrade the Zhonya's for him. They're just so far ahead item-wise right now to everyone to Suppup. VZZ, sure, he's hit his 2-item power spike, but kind of doesn't really matter anymore when you've lost your inhibitor, you've lost Baron, and you're just bleeding out right now to GamerLegion. Completely.
Now, Nite have no TP, so if there is a slot to find a kill, it's now.
Yeah, Phones is going to try and tank as much as possible, but locked down by the concussive blows, and as VZZ cashing in on a shutdown, Rabble is on the flank, standing on a pink ward though. Just waiting for his opportunities, just blocking off for the moment as Hjarnan and Visdom will answer out by taking an inhibitor tower. Rabble's coming in, he's looking to go 1 versus 3 here. Gets slowed down momentarily as he's actually caught out by the charm, but he actually just charges onto Spooky. Spooky has to get the shield. Rabble's going low as the last crest comes down, and Rabble will just chase Spooky to his death. Klowny cashes in on the shutdown. Here comes the True Shot Barrage. It's a 2 versus 2, and Clowny's pretty tanky for the moment. Hjarnan's a little low, but look inside the base. The Flash Taunt isn't really going to mean much when you don't have a home to go to. Nite is just knocking down these turrets. Inhibitor in the bot lane and the mid are dead. The top lane inhibitors being started up by Nite, and GamerLegion, they're looking to close this out right now. Suppup panically trying to make their way back towards safety. They got the teleport from Phones or Hjarnan making their way in. It's going to be Phones as he comes forward with that Call of the Forge God, looks for the knockout, misses it out, but all of the inhibitors are down. And for GamerLegion, they just want a base. They just want a reset, but Visdom's coming out. The Vanguard's edge goes a little bit wide. Here comes the cast. They've caught it onto Lukezy. Lukezy flashes away from the stun, and Visdom looking to chase for a little bit more. Taunt comes down by Klowny. Klowny nicing to land it. Hjarnan does get himself the Pop Blossom off onto one member, has the shield to work with, flashes away to safety, and Suppup unable to find their opening, unable to find their kills, and now they are looking down the barrel.
And if there was ever a time where you could say they're not going quietly into the Nite, it's now. I really like that they realized Nite is top lane, they timed his TP, they know it's not up, so it's really easy for them to get a pick in the mid lane. Problem is, it's such a stacked bot lane minion wave they've got pushing it that will inevitably take down the TP of the inhibitor. Rabble, I thought initially he was a bit greedy, but he's just so far ahead going in for this. Klowny with a great Jet Shield coming in, and is able to pick him up afterwards. But at the same time, Nite is just having the time of his life in the top lane. You can see that Lukezy is coming in, so is VZZ, but they're immediately just going back to the base as they realize there's nothing they can do to win that fight.
Slow-mo auto-attacking's on the tower. Now all of these supers crashing in to Suppup's base. GamerLegion, they don't even need to attack the turrets. They can just escort the minion waves into the base here. It's going to be so hard for Suppup to deal with this. It's wave after wave, slowly but surely crashing in. Hjarnan sends out the clone as Klowny comes in. That's going to be a massive pick off onto one, and the charge will go down. The Pop Blossom by Hjarnan only lands onto one, but I think this is pretty much the final nail in the coffin as the Call of the Forge God will send everybody on Suppup back towards their fountain, back towards safety. Hjarnan gets a big, big cash out as that is just the wombos we've been talking about all game long. GamerLegion find themselves their second win of the day.
And they're just such a creative team. They're such a pleasure to watch every time. Just the way that you watch them in draft phase, it's like you never know what to expect out of them. But one thing is for sure, they're putting pedal to the metal. Pedal to the metal.
No, that's it. Pedal to the metal. Honestly, overall, just really, really solid stuff coming out from GamerLegion. And this means that we are in for a very, very exciting Group B. We'll run through that in a little bit more. But for now, guys, we are going to throw to a quick break. And when we're back with our next game of the day.